Jaylen Brown got the richest contract in NBA history, but he has more on his mind than bringing a championship to Boston. As he ceremoniously signed his contract at MIT, the site of the foundation focused on promoting science and technology and education among underrepresented minority communities in high schools. He said he plans to invest in the community. Here's Jaylen.
I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston. I want to attack the wealth disparity here. I think there's analytics that supports that, stimulating the wealth gap could actually be something that could be betterment for the entire economy. With the biggest financial deal in NBA history, it makes sense to talk about, one, your investment in community, but two, also, the wealth disparity here that nobody wants to talk about.
Stephen A., the wealth disparity grew for the first time in 10 years this past year. What are your thoughts on Brown's plans?
Well, first of all, Molly, on a personal level, I like to say this. I think this is one of the greatest moments that I've ever seen in all my years of covering the NBA. To watch a guy that's an all-star, he's the second best player on the Boston Celtics. So if he got his $304 million, imagine what Jason Tatum is going to get in a couple of years or so. We know what Jaylen Brown can do on the basketball court. He still got to prioritize winning a championship because when you sign for those kind of dollars, you got to close the deal and deliver the goods. And when you got 5 years and $304 million coming to you, and it's the largest contract in NBA history, at the end of the day, the momentum that brings is going to quell significantly if you don't close. That's how people are. That's what they're going to hold you accountable for, getting the job done. But the reason why I am not hyperbolic when I say that it's the greatest moment, arguably, that I've seen in all my years of covering the NBA is to see this 26-year-old black man sign for those kind of dollars, do it at MIT, surrounded by members of his foundation. And the number one thing that he brings up is lessening the wealth disparity that exists in that city and throughout this country. It speaks to what I alluded to yesterday when I talked about how this is a conscientious brother. Mm-hmm. He was somebody that was marching during the the riots in the aftermath of the George Floyd killing. This is somebody that has been outspoken for years, mild-mannered, certainly not demonstrative or bombastic in any way, just a conscientious individual who cares about his people, who cares about the state of this country, who cares about making sure that he makes a contribution and he inspires others to make their contribution to making our whole society a better place. This is who Jaylen Brown is. And for him to go up there on the day that he is signing this contract and to bring attention to the wealth disparity that exists in this country and to bring up and to say the words Black Wall Street. If you say Black Wall Street, Molly, we think about one thing above all else. We think about the race riots in Tulsa in 1921, where black homes and black businesses were destroyed and over 6,000 people were sent to the hospital because you had a mob full of racist individuals that attacked these folks who were doing nothing more than flourishing on their own. And so think about that. In today's day and age, you have a society that's sitting there and talking about lift yourself up by your bootstraps and go out there and make things happen for yourself. And he's reminding the world through his actions, through his conscientious observation, there was a time when we did just that, and we were still terrorized because of it. So let's make sure we take another run at it and do what we can to rectify what ails us as a society and march forward and move forward. I can't say enough about how moved I am by what Jaylen Brown did. I think it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest moment in my years of covering the NBA, one of the greatest things I've ever seen an NBA player.
He made the moment not about him at all, but about his community, about paying it forward. And as you said, it's just where his mind automatically went, what kind of human being he is. And in terms of wealth disparity, Stephen A., in the cities, Miami is the worst, followed by New Orleans, Cincinnati, Atlanta, and then New York. We will leave it there and switch gears here now from a guy who puts up shots. Quite the transition here, Stephen A. A guy who puts up shots to a guy who's shooting shots. We got Travis Kelce revealed on his podcast that he tried to meet Taylor Swift at one of her concerts recently. Take a listen.
You made her a bracelet?
Yeah. If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. Not right now.
Your number's in 87 or your phone number?
You know which one. She doesn't meet anybody, or at least she didn't want to meet me, so I took it personal.
Okay, Stephen A., I just want to know, because I want to give full context to our viewers, that Taylor's an Eagles fan. So maybe she's not as high on Travis with the Chiefs right now. But what do you think? Should Taylor Swift give Travis a shot?
Well, listen, my brother from another mother, Travis Kelce, I mean, that's what he does. And I will vouch for him that his selections are quite impeccable.
Yeah.
Look at his history. That's all I'm going to say about that. Taylor Swift, she is an absolute superstar. He's a champion. So wanting to attach yourself to a superstar in any way, there are worse things to do than make an effort to do that. I'm not sure that his intent was anything more than a bracelet, but you never know. But he is Travis Kelce. He is that dude. And if anybody would have a shot at somebody a caliber of a Taylor Swift, I would say that would be Travis Kelce. I wouldn't throw shade on my brother from another mother. I'm not knocking him at all. He's Travis Kelce. He could do that. And by the way, nobody bats 1,000. Nobody bats 1,000. But I suspect that, when it comes to him, he wins more than he loses. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you weren't surprised by this at all, Stephen A.?
No.
Okay.
Listen, everybody loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Now, I had the pleasure of taking a picture with her. I met her at a SiriusXM studio years ago. I couldn't believe how tall she was. But she's phenomenal. And these
She
tickets.
writes her own music, too.
Listen, these tickets they were selling like at $2,000 a pop, Molly.
Yeah.
And there wasn't an empty seat in the house. And she performed because I treated my daughters to the concert.
Mm-hmm.
She performed for 3.5 hours without intermission. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, I just got to say one
absolutely
thing.
Phenomenal.
I know he was like a little butthurt, right, that she didn't have time, but apparently she doesn't talk to people before or after the concerts.
I understand that
because she sings 44 songs.
She does it, and without a break, Molly, without a break.
Yeah. So we're just trying to do our part and make sure Taylor hears it. Gives Travis a shot.
Little girls, little boys of all ethnicities, they can't get enough of her. I didn't see people react like this for Michael Jackson.
Okay,
it's unbelievable.
All right. I mean, it's been a while since you've seen Michael Jackson.
I'm just
so
saying.
Maybe that's it.
I'm just saying, though. Taylor Swift
no, the Swifties
is on
are real.
another level.
It's a real deal. Yeah, she's
real
hugely
deal.
talented.
She's serious.
All right.
So wanting to jump on that bandwagon, I can't knock Travis Kelce.
We got to continue to keep everyone posted on how this plays out, right? If anything more matriculate.
I mean, this is but his selections are exceptional. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
and
I know.
This is Travis Kelce.
Yeah, everyone can do a quick Google search on that. We'll leave
he wins on the field and off the field.
Okay, enough. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to watch First Take Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on ESPN. And be sure to check out more exclusive First Take debates on YouTube. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.